Alright, so right now I'm about to go drop off. I have some pictures that my aunt wants, and then of course I have the pochita and the star plushie from the last video that I posted. So I'm about to go to USPS for the envelope and then UPS for the box, because obviously there's prepaid shipping. So yeah, let's get ready to go. Alright, so I got everything dropped off. I wanted to record me dropping it off inside of the little UPS thing, but it was so many people in there. It's like 5 o'clock on the dot right now, and I got nervous. That just reminded me, like in the last video that I posted on Tuesday, I was talking about how I wanted to be more artistic and do more artistic things. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to do more coloring. I'm excited to do more things. I don't have any custom orders. It feels really nice to not have anything to actually do. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it feels nice to not have any obligations right now, and I can just crochet whatever I want. Like I mentioned in the last video, I am only doing minis and medium items, so items that are less than $25 for my next market, just because they're a lot easier to carry, and plus they're a lot easier to organize on my tables. Like the last market really showed me that I don't really have a lot of good like table setup things. I'm only gonna do my minis, and I'm gonna put them inside of those little baskets, because I really like the way that those little baskets look. Like if you didn't see my last the vlog before last with my market vlog, I definitely recommend going to check that out, even if you just look at my table setup, because I am looking for like recommendations on like ways to set my table up. I know that I did get a recommendation in my DM, I think, about a fold out like stand, like a plant stand type thing. So I'm definitely going to get one of those, probably not for my next market, but for my market in September, because I know that one I had to go to on my own the day of to set up my stuff. And I will catch you guys when I get back to the house. So it's the first time me recording today, picking up the camera, and I just kind of wanted to show y'all the progress that I've made so far for market prepping. So this is all of the stuff that I've made this week so far. It is only Wednesday, and I'm thinking that between tonight and Friday, I want to post like some sort of what I crocheted this week, like YouTube short or Instagram reel or something like that, because I haven't done one in a while and I really like to do those videos. So this is what I have so far. I have one pink jellyfish. I also have these 3 little fish that I made here. I have 3 of these. Then I also have a crab here. I'm thinking that every day I want to make 1 crab, because my next market is seafood themed, and even though it is crawfish, I still want to make sure that I have like some seafood themed items. Plus I'm not really a crawfish eater, I like crab, and I think that this is just still a cute pattern either way. So I'm thinking that every day I want to try to make 1 crab. So I made this one last night, so right now I'm about to make another one. I also made this long chicken, which is a free pattern off of Instagram. I forgot the creator's name, but I might link it down in the description just in case you guys want to make one. I made one of these back in 2023 when I first started my business, and to see it like be made again, and it looks so much better. Like the arms aren't falling off, the nose, like the sewing around the nose, you can't see the orange thread that I use, and it's just overall nicer with just the quality of like the stitches. Looks a lot better, and it's a lot smaller. I think it's because of my hook size, and also the yarn that I'm using is a bit different. And then I also made 4 more of those little tiny keychains, and the last time I didn't put keychains on them, but this time I did just because I had them. And then that also got the eyes in the mail today, the 4mm eyes. So these eyes fit perfectly on here, and I think that I am going to make some more, except for I'm not going to put them on keychains. I'm just going to have them as like little desk buddies, like somebody recommended in my comments last time. And then lastly, I have 4 rats, and I think I've already showed these. I have the one with the ribbon. Yeah, I already showed these. Yeah, I have 4 rats here. I want to try to make 2 more white ones, but if I don't get to it, then I'm chilling, just because I don't know if people are going to even like the rats. I think this is my first time I'm going to have these at a market anyways. And I did mention in the last video, but I'm going to mention it again, I'm only making minis / medium items for my next market, just because I find that the big items, not only do they take up a lot of space, but a lot of people don't gravitate towards the big items. I find that people like items that are less than $20, $25. So I'm going to try to stay around that range. I think that the most expensive thing that I have is probably going to be these crabs and the turtles that I make, and like something like this, because these are going to be like $25 a piece. Yeah, this is the basket right now. Right now I'm about to work on another crab. The last crab that I did was in the color coral. It was from the Dollar Tree yarn from the haul that I did like a while back. I think it was like last month sometime that I did like a Dollar Tree haul when I bought all of that Dollar Tree yarn. I bought like this coral color that I planned on using for a crab, so I ended up using that for that crab. And I think right now I'm going to use this red color here from Parfait Chunky. It is called Poppy. So I'm going to use this color to make another crab. They look similar, but the coral one is a bit lighter. It's like more pinky toned. Yeah, I'm going to try to make one crab each day, and as long as I do that, I should have about 10 crabs for my next market. Yeah, so that's my plan. I'm gonna work on these, and I think after that I'm gonna make some more of these fish, because I don't know why, I was just really enjoying making these fish. Let me go ahead and start on this, because if I talk any longer I'll just keep talking, and then that will make it hard for me to edit. So yeah, I'm gonna start on this, and then I'll record a little bit of the process for you guys, and then I'll catch up with you guys once I'm done with this crab. All right, good morning guys. So I ended up finishing a bunch of stuff yesterday. I finished up the crab, of course. Hey guys, my thumb was on the microphone right here, but basically I was just saying that I finished up these two flowers here, and then that second one that I just showed you right here is the one that I kind of freehanded, just because I didn't feel like sewing two pieces together. It didn't really make sense to me, and it kind of took a little while to come up with something so small when you had to sew those two pieces. And then I also finished up the long chicken that I made. I think I showed you guys that already earlier in the video. And then those little goldfish that I was making earlier, I ended up making one in a royal blue and a gold kind of color, and I think that it kind of contrasts really nicely with the clownfish or the regular goldfish looking one.
Yeah, that's a place like a mug. My pay is probably $700.
Oh, wow.
I did make this bunny before in like the last couple of videos, I think, but I like this one a lot better just because I did the wire ears and now they can like bend and stuff like that. So I like this one a lot better. I'm glad that I got that wire from Michael's the other day on an impulse buy, because now I'm using it for so much stuff. So a few months back I got a comment about the gluing eyes thing, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of my older plushies that have glued eyes. So this is one of the first plushies that I made. You can tell because obviously the quality of the stitches is not really there, and there's like big gaps and stuff like that. I ended up gluing this piece on as well as the eyes, just because back then I didn't really know like how to sew things together correctly. And as you can see, and I don't glue yarn together anymore, but that's on there, like that's not coming off unless like you actually forcibly try to peel that off. Gluing yarn together is never a good thing. Always sew your pieces, unless you're trying to keep it for yourself or give it to a friend. But if you're selling this, I recommend just sewing your pieces on. But the eyes are on there, like they're still on there, and like I cannot pull that out. Like it's on there, and I'm actually trying, like my fingers kind of hurting. Yeah, the eyes are on there, like they're not coming out. And this was one of the first things that I made like a couple years ago, and I used to have this on my desk and use it as like an arm thing for like my mouse. So I actually used it for a good while, and it's still fine. Like it's getting a little misshapen because like I barely stuffed it and like the stitches aren't tight, but yeah, it's not falling apart. Like the eyes are not falling out. Another thing that I made a while ago was this giant turtle. Y'all can also see that these stitches are a bit loose on this one, and if I was to use a safety eye backing, the backing would definitely come through one of these stitches, just because back then I didn't really understand like tension and stuff like that. Then this, I used to keep this on my bed and sleep on top of this, like with my head, but it kept falling off and landing on the floor, and cat hair kept getting on it. I replaced it with that Kirby over there, but it used to sit on my bed and I used to use it. So it's not that I have the eyes glued in and I'm not using the plushies. I don't tell anybody to glue their eyes in. I just do what's best for me. As y'all can see, these holes here are huge. Like this one is also stuck. Like, that's not coming out unless you forcibly try to pull the eye off. Yeah, I have huge gaps between my stitches, and using a safety eye back, these definitely would come out. But with the glue, it's not coming out. It's not moving. And hot glue is basically just melted plastic. So that's on there, that's stuck. It's not going to come off. And I never recommend anyone to do anything. If you don't want to glue your eyes in, then you don't have to. If you want to use the sinker eyes and then melt the plastic and then press it down and then have it stuck in there like that, that's there's a lot of different ways to attach your safety eyes. This is just the way that I do it because it takes a lot longer for me to stop and place the eyes. And a lot of the times my tension is a lot different, so my eyes get crooked if I don't put them in afterwards. And then if they're already in and they've already been melted, there's not really anything I can do besides trash the piece, and then I lose a pair of eyes and I'm wasting yarn. So that's why I choose to glue my eyes. You don't have to. I'm not recommending anybody do anything. Do what's best for you and your small business. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to put that in here because I got a comment a couple months back. Anyways, so let's look at some of the stuff that I made this week. Bunny with the carrot hat on, duck with a flower hat on, 3 of these little mini bees. Still not sure if I'm gonna put keychains on these or just leave them as is. I'm really liking the as is vibe. Maybe I'll give them the option to add a keychain at the event if they want to. 3 of these mini fish in the royal blue colorway. 3 traditional fish in the orange and white colorway, kind of giving clownfish right here. 4 of these little baby chicken keychains. I think I'm gonna make some more and leave them without the keychain just in case people want to set them around their house or put them on their desks. I have the 3 gray rats as well as the white one. Still got to make 2 more of those white rats. 2 of these mini bunnies. Like I mentioned, these don't have keychains. I find that a lot of people sometimes don't like the keychains, like if they're older. So I think that on my next event, I'm just going to give people the option to add a keychain if they want to. 2 of these flower keychains. 1 of these pink squids. 1 of these long chickens. Lastly, I have these 2 crabs, 1 in coral and then 1 in a traditional red color. Okay, so this is all of the new stock that I made just this week. Looking at it now, I'm more relaxed about the amount of stuff that I'm gonna have in my next market. I've decided that I'm gonna go back to Paintertree, take those axolotls off of the shelf and put those along with this pile. So that's pretty much all that I'm gonna have for my next market. I do have a few of the Mabel chickens that are still in the suitcase just because there was way too many of them to put inside a Paintertree. So I just kept like 10 or 11 of those. So I have those Mabel chickens, I have the axolotls to pick up, and then I also wanted to pick up that big goose that I made. I wanted to have that at my next market just because it is so cute, and I think that even though I don't want to have a lot of big items at my next market, since it's already made, I might as well just bring it to my next event and then just see if anybody wants it. So yeah, this is all that I made. My market is on next Saturday, so as long as I have enough stuff to fill up 1 table, then I will be more than happy to just have my 1 table at the next event. It's only from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. anyway. 1 table full of stuff that's pretty small and relatively, easily priced should be more than enough stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you guys were crocheting during this video at all, doing anything, please leave a comment down below and let us know what you're making because we would love to know. Also, don't forget to follow my Instagram at introvertcrossing for more updates and behind the scenes because I do upload more frequently on Instagram now than I used to. So don't forget to follow me over there. And until next time, I will see you guys on Tuesday's upload. Bye guys.